we're going to take a look at the HK VP9 in this episode of Airsoftology Reviews. That's right, this little beauty has been available for a long time now in most of the world, and you've probably been wondering where my review of the VP9 has been. Well, I was kind of waiting for the entire world to get it, and we've been waiting a long time for North America because of some quality control. I mean, they wanted to make sure this thing was right. The US market, especially Umarex USA, does slap a pretty heavy QC on top of all of their stuff, and that's why there's been a delay. But after all the changes, the upgrades, and the fixes, we're now looking at the VP9, and we're gonna start with the externals first. So if you guys aren't familiar with the VP9, it is a striker-fired pistol in the real world that H&K came out with a few years ago. The airsoft version followed, and let me tell you what, it is pretty much one-to-one to the real one. For me, I've shot the real one, I know what the real one looks like, and they've done a darn good job. So we're gonna start with the front and kind of work our way back on this one. So upper half of this pistol is all metal, that's the slide, the outer barrel, the inner barrel, all the inner guts, front and rear sights, takedown lever kind of on the side, and ambi slide release. All those pieces up top from here up are all metal. Moving down, it's mostly plastic. You're looking at a metal piece here for the magazine release, which is ambidextrous, and this is a fully ambi pistol. So your slide release is on both sides. Your actual grips here for the actual charging are on both sides, serrations. The mag release is on both sides. It's HK style here, it kind of wings the trigger guard. You can press it and drop the magazine. So that is all ambidextrous. You're actually, if you are lefty or righty, this is a fantastic pistol choice for you. I know I get all those questions. But like I said, metal on it, front and rear sight have embedded little white dots in them. Those sights are, fixed, but it's a pistol in airsoft, it doesn't really matter. Nice HK engraved in the metal, not just stamped on. VP9, HK and VP9, 9x19 on the side, and even logo and trades here on the outer barrel itself, so you can kind of see them, the same HK and 9mm by 19. Moving on back, like I said, you got the sights, but you've got these, I like the design of the VP9. You got these kind of ears, I want to call them. They're really, they usually have the serrations here that go down the side of the pistol, so it's easy to grab and actually just, rack around and get things going. But what makes the VP9 so neat is they add these extra ears, these really big fat ears, so you can grab it and really get a hold of it, or you can do the whole belt thing like that, where you can actually chamber it on that. A lot of times you can't, where the back side is, like this one, the back side's curved, you can't do that cool little, the belt rack, if you just want to be like, just, I don't know, like practice the reloads with one hand down or something's weird. It's just fun, but you can do it with this one because of that. And the great feature is when you have the hammer back, it's a striker fire, so there's really no hammer. Internally, there's a little red dot right here that appears. So when you fired it, the red dot is gone. When you chamber around, the red dot appears. Moving on down, like I said, you've got the ambi slide release. So on either side, you can drop it lefty there, no problems. Like I said, you lefties are gonna be happy. Polymer frame down here, big rail section, 4 notches here, so you can put any lights, lasers, whatever you want on the front. Actually pretty good space. Grooves here on the front, if you're kind of like that pistol grip kind of guy where you put your finger on there, it's not really my style. Very large trigger guard here, so you can use with gloves. And the safety is in the trigger. It's that little internal safety right there. That is gonna be the only safety on this pistol, but it's good enough if you grab the side like I'm pulling here. I'm not actually pulling in the middle. It doesn't let you fire. You actually have to get your finger there in the center to do the firing. I think where this pistol shines, where it is the best, for me at least, is from the comfort factor. You have a large cut in here, right? A really large cut in, which kind of gives you this big groove, lets you get a nice, good hand grip on there. In fact, it puts everything, all the fat parts where the slide can get whatever, all well back and tucked in here. I really like the feel of this. The contours around the grip are very comfortable too. When you grab this pistol, it's easy to get the correct grip, at least for me. That's what I like about this. Some pistols you may grab a little weird. This one, I don't know, when I get a hold of it, it just seems like my hand goes in the right place. Nice finger grooves here, some good texture on the side, VP on the side down here on the one, nothing on the other side actually, and everything just, it's hard to describe. I'm gonna tell you, if you guys haven't picked one of these up, go to your store, go to your local store and just get one. Put it in your hand, and I think no matter how big or small your hand is, unless you have just really huge hands, this thing's gonna fit and feel very comfortable in it. Rounding it all out, you do have the magazine here, metal magazine, plastic cap on the bottom, kind of your standard offer, 22 rounds, and of course it does have that front loading capability. You don't have to load the BBs through the top. You actually slide this thing down and drop them down and then push the slider on, let it go, and you're good to go. So that is kind of one of the good features about this. You can do that front loading where you don't have to actually speed load on the top and have that little adapter and all there. Like I said, 22 rounds plus one in the chamber gives you 23. It's actually quite a few shots. And in the test, which you'll see here a little bit later, I was able to shoot an entire magazine without any significant drop in power, which is good. It's actually a rather large magazine for a pistol like this. Under the hood, you have adjustable hop-up. It's the normal way of doing it. You take the slide off, you can make the adjustment. You do have a brass center barrel inside of this, goes all the way to the very end here, and it is beveled at the end, has a little extra beveling in there, so it's not just a straight one all the way. Of course, you can get upgraded barrels if that's your thing. You want to kind of tune this thing and make it yours. You can also do upgraded buckings as well to go that route. All those are available out there. And of note, the outer barrel, the metal outer barrel on this one has internal threading. If you look in there, the threads are kind of nested on the inside. So it looks like you could pick up like a suppressor adapter or a thread adapter in there to add a suppressor to a standard one of these, not like a tactical version, no problem at all. But I do on the VP9 kind of like that flush look. That's kind of my thing. Not really for a full GBB guy to put the suppressor on unless I'm running a tracer. So taking it to the range, shots were really crisp, and we're seeing numbers on the chrono that you would normally see in the high 90s in the meter per second. Conversion over to feet per second is over here in the corner if you guys want to see the exact numbers, but that's going to be your field legal. It's your normal power you're going to get out of a pistol. It's kind of a normal day here, probably the low 20s here where I'm doing the chronos in centigrade, and in Fahrenheit that's going to be in like the 70-degree range Fahrenheit. Also using 0.20 gram BBs here and standard green gas here. I'm using not the North American cans, but the other rest of the world cans, green gas, to make this thing happen. Shooting in an X-Cortec chronograph here to get these numbers. So overall, I really like this pistol. It's one I've been waiting for the US market for a long time. I've been admittedly playing around with the VP9. I own a VP9, so this was actually a pretty darn easy review to do. It's one that I purchased for myself. So this one's rather easy for me to say, yeah, I do like this pistol. It's definitely one that I would buy because I've already picked one up for myself. The shots are crisp, everything works. Overall, a solid handgun option, and one that I'm sure users in the North American market have been waiting for so very long, and the rest of the world's been kind of going, haha, we've had it already. Well, now everyone can have it, and of course, if you guys are interested in picking one of these up, as always, I have a link in the description below so you can learn more, or you can buy one for yourself. No pressure, there's no commitment down there, and I don't even get any affiliate links or anything. I'm just putting a link down there for you guys if you're interested. So also, I want to know, do you own a VP9? Since you're all over the world, if you're in North America, you probably haven't picked one of these up yet, or if you're watching after they released, you have. But if you live elsewhere, what are your thoughts on the VP9? Do you like it? Do you have any comments? Anything I may have missed on the VP9? I'd love to hear all about it in the comment section below. Guys, until next time, go out, play some airsoft, have some fun, but no matter what you do, call your freaking hits.